Hello awesome people, welcome back to Paasolocreates video tutorial. My name is Opoku A, and in today's video I'm going to show you guys how we can design Christian Atsu's funeral poster in Adobe Photoshop. Okay, so I thought it wise that Christian Atsu is our own person. I'm from Ghana, so why not do something to also show our condolence from graphic designers, show our condolence to him. Okay, so I have been on the internet and I haven't seen so much of this nature, so let me also do something on behalf of graphic designers to also show our appreciation. So here is the original design for the funeral poster of Christian Atsu, and it's very good. The person who did this is very good at what he does. Okay, I love everything about it. So this is also the replicate that I have also done. So I want to show you guys how I design my own in Photoshop. Okay, so without further ado, please, if you are new to this channel, make sure you click on the subscribe button. Okay, so when you come here, you see Paasolocreates, please subscribe to the channel, okay, and be part of this awesome family. And not just subscribe, turn on the post notification bell so that anytime we upload a new video, you will get notified. So without wasting much of your time, let's get into this intro. Alright, so with our Photoshop open, first of all, you can see that everything is very well arranged here. So if you want to go ahead and get this PSD file from our digital store to help us in one way or the other, you, my friend, already know how to do. Go to the description below. You are going to see download PSD files here. So we have 3 shops. Here is the first shop. Okay, so you can come to this shop and get yourself a PSD file from our digital store. So this is the first one, this is the second one, and this is the third one. So any of them that you would like to choose to help us one way or the other, it will be so appreciated. Okay, so with our Photoshop open, I have set this one in A3 size. So Ctrl+N to create a new document, and under print, okay, we are going to select A3 from under print, and with A3 we can change the print size to any size that we want, A1, A2, A0, like the size that we want to print it, we can do that. Okay, and this is just a funeral poster that I have done, but at the end of the day we are going to add a funeral banner to it. Okay, so you guys will know, and if we still have time we can add funeral invitation, but right now we are focusing on the funeral poster right now. So I will select A3, okay, and click on create. And also at some point I'm going to fast forward this part, like where we are going to add some of the information which is not so necessary to waste much time. Okay, we don't want this video to be too long. Okay, so Ctrl O to fit everything to screen, and then from here we can see from here that this is the first poster. I really love it. Okay, but I also decided to do my own, so I use a different picture, and you can see, yeah, everything is cool here. So to start with, I will start by bringing or creating this awesome background that we have here. So I will make a duplicate of this one, so Ctrl+J, or we can also select the rectangle tool. So when you come here, we can select the rectangle tool and then we create a rectangle instead of making a duplicate. Okay, and also we can make sure that this one is in the center by going to select, then we will select all, and when you are on the move tool, so when we select this one, we are going to have these options here, so we can align this one to center. Then you can still see that we have the selection here. So to deactivate it, we have to go to select again, and then you have to deselect, and whilst we click on it, you can see that the selection is gone. Then from here we'll go to FX, and then we are going to click on gradient overlay. Okay, so I'm going to add this 9C blue gradient, and I'm going to turn this one into 90 degrees, so I'm going to have something like this. Okay, then I'll click on OK. So if you can see from here that this is exactly something of this nature that we have here, but I will change something inside of my gradient. Okay, so you can change this one from reflected to, let's say, radar. Okay, or we can also change this one to linear. So anything that works for you, but in this case I'm going to use linear. I'll click on OK, And then I also have my picture here, so I have it already background removed. Okay, so if you want to also know how to remove the background, it's pretty simple. Let me close this one so I can show you guys how you can remove this background. So guys, here is the image. Okay, so when you have this image, I just have an action here. So actions are something that you create, like anything that you do in sequence, you can create an action for it, so that anytime that you want to create that thing, you can just click on it. So I have this remove background. So when I click on it, Photoshop is going to automatically remove the background for me, because I have created an action to do that anytime that I want to remove a background in Photoshop. Okay, so if you want to know how to create these actions to also help you speed your workflow, let me know in the comment section. Okay, and I'm going to do a video about it. So from here, just click on Ctrl D to deselect, and you see that with just one click you have been able to remove background in Photoshop. But let me undo. Okay, so I want to undo, and then with this one, all you need to do is to select your properties. If you don't have properties here, go to Window and you are going to see properties over here. So I'll click on properties to open somewhere here for me. Then with that selected, okay, make sure you unlock your background. Okay, so I'll click on this unlock key to unlock my background, and then you have this quick actions which says remove background. So you just click on it to remove the background for you. So that was how I was able to remove this simple background in Photoshop. Okay, so let me close this, since you know how I was able to remove the background. All right, then from here I'm going to group this one and name this one as my background. Ctrl G, name this one as my background. So here is it. I can click on lock, and you can see that this background is not complete. We will still add something more, okay, later in the video. So from here I'm going to add this image of Christian Atsu. Okay, so with my source files, and by the way, I'm going to leave the link in the description below for you guys, so you can practice your skills as you learn. So I'll position the image somewhere here, then I'll add layer mask to this one. So I'll select this, add a layer mask, and then with the help of my brush tool over here, okay, I'll select that, and then I'm going to blend this one in. But first of all, notice that here is white, okay, and we have white here as well. So I'll click on this to have black. Okay, then I can use the square bracket to increase or decrease the brush, and also make sure you have flow opacity 100 here, so you can blend this guy in. Okay, so just something like this and you are good to go. All right, then let me position it well, reduce the size a bit. Then from here, with the help of my text tool, I'm going to add the name. Okay, so I'll type this one in caps. Then from here I'm going to change the font here, so I'll select all the text, and you can see that the text is on its separate layers. Okay, because I want to adjust it according to how I want it. Okay, so this is the font that I'm going to use. Okay, so you can download this one on the internet if you want the same font, and you can also increase it to some extent, something like this. Okay, then I'm going to also increase this one, okay, so that it will be in line with the first one. Okay, so something like this. Then I'm going to stretch this one here, then I'm going to do the same thing for here, and I'm going to move it closer. So I'll move it closer. Okay, then add this one and move this one closer as well. All right, then from here, with this one selected, I'm going to add effect on it. But before that, with the help of my text tool again, I'm going to draw a shape or draw something like this. Okay, so I'm going to put the names of the people who are coming to the funeral. So with this one, I'm going to also change the font, reduce the size to maybe 16, and then I'm going to also reduce the spacing here as well, and I'm going to use small case for this one. Then also with my paragraph just near to the character, I can align to here, justify left, and click on OK or the mark to accept changes. All right, so with this one, I'm just going to just copy the text over here and bring that here. But before that, you have to leave a space at the top here to write call to glory on top here. So I'm going to do justice to that. Okay, call to glory. Then with this one too, I'm going to use a different font called Lasto. So I have the font here. Then I'm going to make this one big. Okay, not too big. So let me make this one a bit small, and I'm going to make this one a bit bigger and move this one closer to this. So basically, this is how this one is going to be like. Okay, so from here, if I add my text over here, so this is how the top is going to look like. Okay, and also I would like to add his age. I'm going to use figures like 1992 to 2023. Okay, reduce the size. Okay, because I don't want to write his actual age there. So if you want to know the age, you just check yourself. So with the help of the rectangle tool, let's draw some line. Okay, to draw a little bit of attention to it, and we can make this one red. Okay, by the way, you can see that I have left this one with no color and stuff. Later I'm going to add the colors you can see over here. Then from here, we are going to try to add this text. Okay, and with that one, I'm going to divide this one into two. So with the help of my rulers, I can divide this one into two, and then I'm going to draw a shape like using the rectangle shape, using the text tool to draw a bounding box where I can paste in the text. Okay, the text that we are using for the funeral. Reduce some space, and also let's move this one a bit up. Okay, and click on OK if you are satisfied with the results. So I feel like with the mark selected, we have to paint more of this one off. Okay, then from here, I'm also going to add the funeral arrangement over here. Okay, so guys, this is going to be the funeral arrangement as well. So I just don't want to waste too much time here, because here just text. Okay, so adding text and then you are good to go. Okay, so it's basically just add some text, the father, the mother, like the names and everything, and then you also highlight the important ones. Okay, like children, you separate it from the normal name so it can be read or can be read easily. Then also we can use the rectangle tool to draw a line here, just a tiny bit. Okay, I think it's too big, so let me reduce some. I'll click on this one to accept changes and move this one just here, and also change the color. Control O to fit everything to screen. Okay, then from here, let's remove this one because we need it. We don't need it again. Okay, and if you like, you can make this rectangle longer, this line longer. Okay, and also we can add all friends and sympathizers, and also we can add all friends and sympathizers are cordially invited. So it goes here, and then with this one, I'm going to align it to the center. Then I will use a shape, okay, to draw more attention to this one. So something like this. Then also curve this one as well, and move this one down, move it behind, move it under the text. Okay, so the text can be seen. And also we are going to apply a gradient on the shape as well. So Control O to fit everything to screen. All right, so right now we have the raw structure. Okay, so let's add a bit of color to it to make it pop. But before that, we have this that we can add from here. So we have this 9 shape here. Okay, reduce the size, golden frame, and I'm going to put it here. Then with the help of rectangle shape, I'm going to draw a rectangle just like this, and also move it just behind the frame. Then I'll go back to my source file, which I'm going to leave a link to all these files for you to try your hands on. Reduce the size and position it just like this. Okay, and then right click and create a clipping mask. Okay, Control O to fit everything to screen. Right now, let's give this one a color. So I'll go to FX, gradient overlay. Okay, so we have our gradient overlay selected, and then let's open the gradient, and I have nice red to black gradient over here. So I will use this one. Let me open the first top. So this is the black version 670505. Okay, and also the second color code is going to be EA041F. Click on OK. All right, then I'm going to click on this reverse, and then from here, guys, let's add a bit of outer glow so that it will make this one pop. So we have this outer glow we can add. Let's increase. So just play with the shapes, okay, to make this one interesting. So I'm playing with the sliders, okay, and you can see I have here 70. Let me reduce it. The size is too big for me. Then the spread, okay, so this one makes it goes out, so let me reduce that one a bit. Okay, so we have here 68,01770, and if you're okay with it, you can click on OK. So from here we are going to copy the outer glow on the name. So let's do the same thing for the Christian. So I'll just copy, and by the way, to copy this one, let me undo. So to copy this one, just hold down the Alt key or the Option key on your Mac, then you click and drag only the outer glow and drop it on the Christian or the name you want to do. Then I'm going to change this color sampling from here, okay, and then I'm going to also change this one sampling from here, so it will feel like it is a red gradient from up here, and then it enters deep red, and then it enters here. Okay, so I love the result. So we are going to do the same thing here. Let me copy the layer style over here. So right click, copy layer style, right click, and let's paste layer style on this one. So paste layer style, and boom, there we have this one. So we are going to do the same thing on this one as well. Let's paste the layer style, and then this time around we don't want the gradient, so let me turn off the gradient on this one and change the color to red, so it seems like red to black gradient as we did earlier. Ctrl O to fit everything to screen. Then from here I also like to add a gradient to this one. So with this one too, we can paste some of the gradients, but this time we don't want any outer glow. And also let's double click on this gradient, okay, to open the layer style, so we can change this one to 0, and then we can also change this one to reflected and click on swap, so that the red is going to be from the inside. Click on OK. Then from here, let's go back to our source files where I have this that I would like to use. So I'll click and drag this into Photoshop, and then I'm going to move it here. Then I'm going to move this one all the way back. So click and drag all the way to the bottom, and boom, there we have this one. Okay, and we can reduce the opacity if we like. And also I would like to change this one from normal, the blending mode of this image, to luminosity. Okay, so the last blending mode. Okay, and also I would like to brighten this image. So right click, rasterize this. Okay, so rasterize this layer, Ctrl+M, and let's brighten this image. All right, and if you feel it is too small, we can select all of them and open it up a bit, move it here, Ctrl O to fit everything to screen. So let's see, this is the one that we are trying to do, and here is where we are. So the last thing that we are going to add here is to click and drag this one into Photoshop, and then I'll position it here. I'll make it big and position it here, move it all the way down like we did earlier, and then from here let's change the blending mode from normal to overlay. Okay, so I'll select overlay and reduce opacity, add a layer mask to this one, and then with the brush tool we can blend this one in as well. Okay, So if you feel you can't see, we can increase the opacity a bit. And then this is, my friend, how you can design a funeral poster in Photoshop. Alright guys, so we have done with the funeral poster. Okay, so let's take like 3 minutes to turn this one also into a banner. So let's say we are creating a 3x4 banner. So I'll change this one to inches, and then let's go here 36, the height 48, and then 72. Click on OK. And also, if this is approved for printout, we can just change this one from CMYK by going to image mode, okay, and then select CMYK here. Then you click on flatten, and then boom, you have this one ready to print for you. Okay, so this is how you can convert this image, or how you can convert your design into a CMYK. After everything, let me undo. So first of all, let's duplicate the background by clicking on Ctrl J, and we can copy this one from here. So let's copy the layer style from here and move this one as well into here. So let me paste the layer style by right clicking and paste layer style. I'll move this guy here and also blend in the image very well. Then I'll move my image right away, and then I'll position it somewhere here. Then from here I'll go back here, bring the name. Okay, so I'll select everything, and I'm going to move this guy over here. All right, then also I have the age over here, so I can select, click and drag this one, bring it here. Then I'll rotate this one as well and make it something like this. Alright, then from here I'll go back here, select my frame again. Then I'm going to move this guy here. Then from here I'll go back to my design once more and move this guy here as well. So let me move both of them, so select both of them. So by the way, you can see that here I have the first design that we have this nice design going on here. So with my text selected, if I select this, you can see that we have this option where we can create this amazing look over here. Okay, so that was simple. So let me move call to glory here, and then we can change this one to in loving memory. Then from here, the last thing that we are going to add is this flag over here. So boom, Ctrl O to fit everything to screen. Alright, so this is how you can also turn this one into a banner if you like to do so. Okay, so this, my friend, how you can design a funeral poster from start to finish. Okay, and also if you want to get this PSD file, please, you already know what to do. Check the links in the description below, which will send you here to one of these sites and get yourself amazing template to help you in your workflow. And also don't forget to subscribe to our channel. And also, if you want more content concerning funeral posters, then this channel is good for you. Learn graphic design in G. I have most of my content here are funeral posters. So if you're a Ghanaian, you understand G and you want to know how to design a funeral poster, funeral brochure, and more, then I recommend you to come to Learn Graphic Design in G. Come, subscribe, and be part of the awesome family. Until next time, keep creating and never give up. Paasolocreates, I'm out.